Penn State to get an award. Delta could not accommodate his return flight on time. So he's not going to be with us, but we have somebody just as good or better, Kathy, First Lady of Tampa. But anyhow, Bob would love to have been here. He's been waiting for this moment, and it's unfortunate that he was not able to join us. We also have a former mayor, Dick Greco. And of course, our incoming mayor, Jane Hastert. Before we get to the formalities, there's someone who's observing a birthday. And I'd like for everyone here to sing happy birthday to Pam. All right, let's go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Pam. Happy birthday to you. And accompanying Pam is, of course, her husband, Mark. Pam Iorio is someone that I've gotten to know quite a bit in recent years, particularly when I sat on the national board for Big Brothers Big Sisters, where she's done a fabulous job bringing back an organization that had a little bit of financial difficulty. Nothing wrong, just financial difficulty. She brought it back. It's growing. Came up with some very innovative programs that I was delighted to serve with her for about 3 years. But she not only has she been mayor of Tampa, but she was also held her county commission, supervised elections, and a 2-term mayor of the city of Tampa. So she's had a fabulous, fabulous career. And for that reason, the city of Tampa, led by Bob Buckhorn, has called for this day for us to be here to engage in our unveiling of a very well-known name in our community in a short period of time. And but I would like, before we do the formal revealing of the name, I would like for Pam to come up here and address all her friends, her family, on a great day to honor her for all her years of service and the services still providing with Big Brothers Big Sisters. Pam.
Thank you, Governor Martinez. The governor and I have become such close friends. He was a wonderful advisor to me during my 8 years as mayor. And my husband and I always say that when we grow up, we want to be just like Bob and Mary Jane. Right? So I really appreciate it. And Kathy, please convey to the mayor how much I appreciate his generosity. Bob and I go back 38 years as friends. And had he been here, I was going to reveal some stories, but now that he's not here, I will keep the secrets a little bit longer. But I am so proud of his tenure as mayor. He's done a phenomenal job. And for him to leave with this gift to our family, it means a great deal. And it's beautiful watching your 2 daughters grow up too, and one off to college. So thanks for sharing him for 8 years. Mayor Greco, thank you. I always remember how gracious you were when you passed the baton to me. And from the moment of my election, you just made sure that everything that I needed to be successful was in place. And you've always been just that kind, gracious, warm, and hugging person that we all love. And to Mayor Jane, I could not be more proud of our former police chief turned mayor now. The way she has conducted herself during the campaign, and I just know she's just going to be a dynamite mayor. And she's been my friend now for so many years, and to see a friend go and just change and become the person that you are today and about ready to assume the office of mayor, I just couldn't be more proud of you. Really proud. Given that parking is so limited, I am surprised so many of you showed up. as my friend Mike Poland said, it's ironic that coming to something that is dedication of a parking garage, that there's no parking. There's no available parking. What really means a lot to me is, come on in, Linda. Good morning.
I parked in your garage.
You're parked in my garage. What really means a lot to me is to see so many from our team at the city. Daryl Smith, who was our chief of staff, and then if I go through and I name all of you, I know I'm going to miss someone, although Shirley, it's great to see you right there. You look great. And of course, Chief Hogue and Chip Fletcher, so I am going to name everyone, right? Ed Johnson and Brad Baird, and there's just Kimberly, and just to have part of that wonderful team, Ed, that Liana, Lee, this is the problem, Roger. But you know, the thing is that the only reason that we accomplished so much in 8 years was because of the team. The team was absolutely the best assemblage of talent that I've ever worked with in my life. And every single person was so dedicated to making Tampa a better city. And they worked all the time, 24/7. And because of that, they laid the way for Mayor Buckhorn, and then the baton to Mayor Castor. And that's why this city just keeps getting better and better and better. And so when this sign goes down and my name is there, whenever you see my name, I want you to think of the whole team, because that's what it really represents. It isn't me. It is that entire administrative team that made things happen and worked the long hours and poured their heart into it. So please, Becky, I forgot Becky, see, that's what happens, the Mayor's Youth Corps. And so please look at that when you look at the sign, because that's what it really represents. And so I really appreciate this. I never thought I'd have something named for myself, because it's weird to look at something and have your name up there. It's a strange feeling. But I am so pleased, and I'm particularly pleased because I have my family with me. My mom is 90. I know she's going to be mad at me for saying that. But somehow when your mom becomes 90, you feel like that's what you should just say all the time. Like, my mom's 90, right? So I just have to say it. She's 90. So I'm so glad she's here. Of course, my husband, Mark Woodard's here, and I couldn't have been mayor without him because he was my support all the time. And you can't have a position like mayor if you don't have that kind of home life where you can go home and complain to someone and still have them want to be married to you. So I couldn't have made it. We've been married 32 years and hope for another 32. And then we have our two wonderful children who we're the most proud of, Caitlin and Graham. And in the past 2 years, they both have gotten married. So now I have a son-in-law and a daughter-in-law. So we have welcomed Michelle and Bobby to our family. And we just love that they are both happily married. And here's the most important thing, and be sure and tell Bob this. They live in Tampa, okay? They live in Tampa. So I'm so thrilled to have my family here and so many close friends who came, and I have some friends who traveled really far, like Karen and Vicky, to be here. They've been my lifelong friends, and they really took that extra effort to come, and so many close friends. And so I just want to say thank you. To be able to drive around and I guess see your name, I guess that's something, you know, but it's, like I said, it's a strange feeling. But the more important thing for me is to drive around the city and see that it's constantly thriving and growing. That's what I want for this city that I love. I want it to always thrive and grow. And I want each mayor to be better than the next one. And I want the legacy of Tampa to be that it's a warm and welcoming city where people can raise their families in an atmosphere of total inclusion and total warmth and an inviting place where people want to live, and that we make life happy for every person from all walks of life and from all backgrounds. That's the city that we call home. That's the city we call Tampa. and that's the city that I dearly love. So thank you, all my friends and family, for being here. Thank you, Governor Martinez, Mayor Greco, Mayor Castor, Mayor Buckhorn.
5,
3, 2, 1, drop.
How about that? How about that? That's great.